What is up, everybody? I want to see if I can actually see myself. Okay, I am. So everybody can probably hear me right now, and I'm going to turn this down. Oh, that's so fun. Oh, that was so cool. That seemed to have worked. Yay! I have a intro music now. I'm so special. I feel so important. Yay for GarageBand and exporting. Kind of in a convoluted process, but that's okay. It worked. Anyway, it is Wednesday, April 1st, 2020. We are officially in the 4th month of the year. Oh my goodness, and what a year it's been so far, right? Anyway, happy April Fool's Day. Hopefully nobody has played any kind of big prank on you. If they've been like a little tiny joke or something, that's probably okay, but I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter this morning saying, yeah, April Fool's should probably just be canceled, and a lot of the bigger like business pranks that happen or some of the bigger jokes that sometimes people play, yeah, that probably makes sense. Whether or not a little tiny joke like with your friends or like your family, like some kind of small prank, I mean, it's going to be up to each individual person, but don't try to make a big joke right now. We're going through a lot, so maybe don't do that. But I could get like, okay, hey, swapping some salt for some sugar, um, little things like that, but nothing big. But yeah, otherwise it is the middle of the week. How's everybody? Just gonna click that, see if that's a little bit better. What else though? It is Wednesday. Along the lines of April Fools, has anybody played any workplace pranks in the past? I know I've seen some in the office. Again, it's very different not being in the office now, not having the opportunity to do anything like this. But there's a couple of things that I've seen done. It's like, okay, people have rearranged other people's desks a little bit. I'm always keen to try to swap people's like monitors if they leave their computer unlocked because they're not protecting the network. You're gonna get punished for it. I mean, it's something that's easily fixable, but I'm going to aggravate you a little bit because you're not protecting the network, and come on now. When you're in the office, it's not hard to lock your computer. It's just Windows key plus L. Not hard. And it doesn't take that long to log back in. Mind you, when the fingerprint sensor still worked on your laptops, it took even less time. But now that we actually have to type in our username and type in our password, yeah, it takes a long time to actually do that. So it feels like a long time, and it's a little bit of a pain not to have the fingerprint sensor, but just, folks, if you're back in the office, lock your computers. Come on, otherwise somebody is going to make you pay if it isn't me. Yeah, big time rip fingerprint sensor. It was so sad. I heard people start complaining about it, and then mine went. It was like, oh no, so sad. Are people putting in, like, I think AMID's had somebody remote control his, like, get a remote control mouse into his computer multiple times, so that's unfortunate for him, but it's funny for the rest of us. So, side note, okay, I'm going to turn mine off so I don't randomly control my computer, but I have a Logitech MX3 Master. It's MX3 or like the MX Master 3 mouse. It was on sale a while ago, and I ended up getting one. It's like slightly more ergonomic, and it's got like a fun little like thumb button, and the scroll wheel is really fun. Like it can spin for a long time. But Reese and I had both been looking at it when it was initially kind of announced and coming out. So then when it was on sale, we were both like, oh, fun. So we have the same mouse. So we have the same mouse. But a while ago, I swapped his mouse for mine. So his mouse would have controlled like the mouse that he had at his desk would have controlled his computer, and the mouse that I had could control the mouse pointer on his computer. But the MX Master 3 can hook up to 3 different devices. So what I did is I just toggled mine over to the device that's not my work computer. So even when he moved it, it didn't affect mine. But I could still move the mouse cursor around his. It frustrated him to no end. He came over to my desk and tried to talk to me about it, and just, oh, buddy, he didn't try swapping mice at all. He just asked. And it's like, did you, like, well, and he thought I switched his sensor, like the little USB dongle that you get. And it's like, no, I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about, which wasn't a lie, but you just swap the mice. Of course, yeah, the mouse came with a little USB dongle that you can do. It's also Bluetooth. So I actually have mine Bluetooth connected to my work computer, and I have a dongle plugged into my home computer. So I can swap between them if I want to. But yep, that's definitely something. Swapping mice is always fun. Switching monitors. What else? Rearranging them in fun little orientations, because you can go into like the display properties and drag them up and down so that you get like them stacked on each other. So instead of them being like side by side, you can have like one beneath the other. So somebody actually has to move up to get to the other monitor. That's always fun. Adjusting desk chairs. Again, as I'm leaning forward in mine, this isn't probably great, like comfort wise or like good for my posture. But again, this is my personal chair, and I've stopped using like these two little platform things so I can spin easier. So that's really important. But like most desk chairs, you can like turn and raise it up and down. You can certainly do that. But you also normally get like the rocking support thing. So what can happen is like you can lean. Oh, I've got headphones in. But like you can lean way back. And then like mine is just a on or off set. But the ones that we have in the offices are clearly ones that you can like set how far back you can go. So people have some expectation of how far they can move back, and you can adjust those. And it's like, oh, you keep going, and it kind of freaks people out. I think Reese did that to me once before we like rearranged desks. It was like, whoa, okay, that was too far, and I freaked out a little bit. I didn't fall, because again, it still catches you, but it feels like you're gonna fall because you just keep going well beyond what you're prepared for. So if you are partaking in any kind of small pranks so far, or have been the victim of any small pranks so far today, let us know. But again, disadvantage of living by myself, there's nobody here for me to do little small pranks on, so it's a little sad, but that's okay. And I'm not going to order food just to prank somebody, because that would be mean too. They're out trying to do a job, and me doing something like that would just be rude. So don't do that either. But yeah, April Fools, hopefully small pranks are okay with you. If they're not, I understand. It's a trying time. And if you're just not a fan of pranks, that's also okay. But Wednesday, what else was I going to talk about Wednesday? Well, the weather was kind of weird last night. It rained a bunch. And I don't know if it was because it was raining and storming and stuff and doing something. But none of my devices, when I woke up, like they were connected to the Wi-Fi, but they were not connecting to the internet. So my internet provider is CenturyLink. I was like, oh boy, is CenturyLink really like suffering a outage right now? Which would like stink. But it seems to be working fine now. I think I'm streaming successfully, so there's no problems with that. But oh, that was a little concerning. And that's been like the one big cause of the one actual outage I've had since I've had CenturyLink, was some sort of storm. And significantly worse than any of the storms that we've had so far, like since we started working from home. So that's been good. But yep, now they're saying that tornadoes could be, I mean, we're in the middle of like, or we're about to enter like the worst 3-month period for tornadoes in like every calendar year. So everybody look out for tornadoes and stuff. Be careful. And this is where it gets a little more intense for us in Iowa compared to like Ohio or Pennsylvania, because we're significantly closer to Tornado Alley, and there's a significant chance that we might get some tornadoes. Again, we've had some already, so we'll see what happens. But weather's a fickle beast, and just be careful out there, everybody. Heed the warnings that you get. Don't. It's like a lot of things related to everything that's going on right now. Listen to what the experts are saying. Trust them. If some random person is theorizing, about the weather. Like if I'm saying that, oh, it's going to probably snow tomorrow, don't listen to me. But if 2 or 3 different meteorologists are saying, yeah, there's a high chance of like a tornado forming because of this, maybe listen to them. Hopefully your sirens will go off and you can seek proper shelter. But even if that's not the case, maybe just be a little careful. If you've got some interior place to share, it'll be good. How is my workout going? Oh, it is Wednesday, so workout Wednesday. It's going quite well, actually. So since we've determined that we are actually work from home for the next month, and it's like, okay, there's not like a little hesitancy. It's like, okay, maybe it'll be next week, so I don't really want to get into anything. But I've got a month now, at least. So I got up and I did a little bit of a workout this morning before actually like logging on and stuff. Again, this bedroom's got my bike, and I've got like some dumbbells and a bench in there, and then I've got my pull-up bar behind me. So I did a little bit of stuff today. So I'm a little bit tired because of that, but that's okay. Overall, workout is going pretty well. Tiger, how are you and your children doing in your burpee challenge? Because at one point you said that after your daughter went to bed, you told me you tried to do some burpees and then like you're keeping track of them. So you wrote down and you had ended up taking the lead. Your daughter woke up the next morning, saw that you had taken the lead, and then you said she did 100 more to get back into the lead and put some distance between you and her. So again, Tiger, I'm not quite sure how old your kids are. They might be, I don't think they're 10. If they're 10, let me know. But again, Tiger's kids are just cranking out the burpees while they're dealing with school from home and just making sure that they're leaving their dad in their dust in terms of burpees. So good on them. But oh, buddy, over 600 burpees. And an 8-year-old is, oh my gosh, that's so many burpees. We would do burpees like at tennis practice and stuff at the end, of course, at the end of a workout. And it would be, oh, hey, yeah. Like, oh, hey, we had practice. And now we've got cardio training. And now, oh, hey, guess what? We're going to do some burpees too. So we would do like some Tabata sets, or we would do some burpees on. And that wasn't fun. So that's a lot of burpees to do. And an 8-year-old being all really enthusiastic about it is really cool. And hopefully she's still enjoying it. I'm guessing she is. But she also has a significantly more amount of time to do it. Like we still have like work to do. We can't exactly be doing burpees while we're working. I guess if there's some like big calls that we're on that we don't necessarily need to contribute, but we need to at least be on, we could be doing some burpees or something, like put some Bluetooth headphones on with your phone and do stuff. But we've got like 8 hours of work that we're doing that we can't spend all 8 hours doing burpees. Maybe we could do like 5 or 6 intermittently, but after a little bit that gets tiring and you forget or you get occupied with what you're doing. So good on your kids for getting after the burpees, Tiger. That's kind of cool. Well, what else is going on today? It's Wednesday. I've had like an hour and a half of like back-to-back meetings right now, and this will probably be close to like, this will close up like 2 hours of it almost. So I'm going to be significantly hungry after this. So it's definitely going to be lunchtime. But that'll be good. It'll probably be a turkey sandwich. I think my turkey might be close to like the use by date or the sell by date. So I'll play it safe and make sure I get that eaten before that date gets too far in the past. So we'll see what happens there. But what else? What else have I been doing food wise? Oh, I've got an air fryer that I got from my parents, and I've got a bunch of potatoes because, pandemic panic buying is a thing. So I've got a bunch of potatoes. But I started chopping up some potatoes and air frying them. That's actually pretty good. And then if you do more than you're going to eat in like one sitting, you can save them and then warm them up for breakfast and have them with scrambled eggs and like vegetables and sausage. So that was good. That's what I had for breakfast today. That was quite delicious. But it's afternoon here, so I'm definitely getting hungry. But that's okay. Had a banana already too. Probably could have an apple sandwich. Have some carrots. Work on my eyesight since I'm staring at a screen so much. I mean, carrots don't really do that much, but I can buy into the mythos that sure, carrots will help me do better as I'm staring at computer screens for an extended period of time. Why not? But yeah. Otherwise, what has been going on? I haven't been going outside much. That's okay. Checking my mail every day still. It's a nice little walk to the mailbox. What did I watch? Oh, I watched NCIS Los Angeles last night from Sunday. It was good. It was fine. Nothing like earth shattering. What else is going on today? I don't know. What else is going on today? Oh, supposedly, I think it was today. Maybe it was yesterday. Would have been the 50th anniversary of the Seattle Pilots becoming the Milwaukee Brewers. Of course, there's no opportunity to actually celebrate that now because, there's no baseball. So it's kind of sad. Come on, computer, come back. Abby says and asks, lots of people are doing home renovation projects right now. I mean, I'm not because I don't own my home, but that's okay. When I paint a room, I haven't ever painted a room. Do you prefer rolling or trimming? Is trimming like painting along the edges? I'm going to say that that's what that is, and I would much prefer to be rolling. That would be much more fun, I think. I get the importance of trimming, but I would much rather do like the large swatches, and a paint roller that's just a cool kind of thing. Paintbrush, like a little tiny, like a paintbrush that you use to like edge with is fine, but those big rollers that are like this big, I'm sorry, I keep hitting my microphone, like this big, and you can just roll it up and down the wall, that's fun. That looks fun. So I am much more of a roller than I am a trimmer. Partially because half the time I would trim, I would take it like semi-seriously and just try to get it done, and it might not be the best job. And the other half of the time, I would get far too meticulous with it, and it would take me far too long to actually get it done because I would want it to be done about as perfect as I could get it. And in some cases, perfect would be the opposite of, or not the opposite, the enemy of it being done well enough. So rolling, it's like, okay, you do it, and it's not something you can be super meticulous about. You can certainly be kind of exact about it, but it's a roller. You're not going to be able to get like centimeter by centimeter precision with it, and that's not the goal of it. The goal is to be able to get a large area in a somewhat uniform manner. So I am a paint roller if it comes down to it. I should probably check with my landlord to make sure I actually can renew my lease, but that's something I don't need to do right now. I paid my rent for this month, so it's fine. What else? And maybe this is probably far too early in the infancy of the idea, and it's not probably something that needs to even be thought about. But I noticed, I was like, oh, okay, marble racing again is something that has been going on, and I need to go through the entire like Marbula 1 series because that's been really interesting. But like, well, I have Legos, but I don't really have much. It's like I could do something like that, but I also don't want to be like imitating it. But what I could do is I could do something like with programming, because Python programming is fun, and making a Discord bot for my Out of the Park Baseball League was fun and kind of enjoyable. But it's like, okay, could I do something with like races? And so, well, you do something with like a random number generator. And it's like, okay, yeah, that could probably be done. And then you could have little races. You need to build, I could build out there's a graphics package that I could use to like build something out. And then we could watch some races happen. But then oh my gosh, the depth in terms of thinking, it's like, okay, you think about some of those races that marble racing has, where it's multiple laps, and it's always descending because they have to be able to roll somehow. But you've got all these curves, and you've got these fun little things that it interacts with, and Those are easy to build in a physical sense because they're just objects. It's like, okay, I'm going to put my wallet or something in the course and I'm going to see what happens. Or you're going to build like two different little like chicanes that it goes through. You're going to have little S's. And you're kind of up to the little bit of the randomness with the marbles, and it's easy to do. But thinking about that from a programming sense, it's like, oh, buddy, I could do like, okay, random number generator, 3 races. First person to like 100,000 wins, go, boom. It doesn't take that long either. It's like, okay, random number generators are easy to like work with. So that's been good. But it's like, okay, now how do you make it actually like interesting and take a little bit longer? And like the randomness of the numbers would be random and exciting enough, but like, okay, do you build it so you have different like builds that you can do? So you have like, okay, you can have one that is better in a straight line or accelerates well or handles turning better. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is far too into its infancy, but it's like, oh buddy, this could be a weekend project. So we shall see what happens there. Other again along the lines of things that could happen down the line with this, like, oh my gosh, we got until May, so this is easily going to get into like, if I continue to do this, which I don't see why not, could easily get into like the 20 or 30 episodes. I guess I haven't counted how many days. What is this? 8, 9, 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's another 5 days. That's another 25. So it's like 35 episodes maybe if we go back to work like the week of the 6th. But that'd be a lot. But it's like, okay, again, having guests on here, I think is something I should really try to do. Again, if anybody wants to be a guest, just let me know. You don't have to talk for very long. It can be a short little call. I can just have you come on for a little bit, talk, and then you can leave, and it's fine. It doesn't have to be a full 30-minute conversation. If you want to be, that's fine. We can discuss a variety of topics. Again, I will try to avoid some of the more contentious topics, or I don't really want to bring somebody on to discuss a lot of stuff related to work because there's hopefully an opportunity to get away from work. If there's a little bit of stuff that we discuss, that's fine. But I don't want this to be, oh, hey, how is the Oregon rate review going? I don't want to spend 30 minutes talking about that. Oregon rate review is going fine so far, so that's basically all we need to talk about. But again, we had the like opening music. I don't know how that sounded at all. It sounded fine to me, but I don't know if anybody else could hear it. I don't know if it was too loud or too soft. I don't know if when I like faded it in and out, like I think if I go with like, I'm going to do this and I think I'll be able to hear it, or like, I can bring it back. Like I can hear that. I don't know if anybody else can hear that, but that's okay. Again, I'm just using GarageBand, so you can put little like loops together, and OBS has actually got like a nice little like, oh hey, you have a media file. Do you want to play it on a loop? And it's like, oh yes please. That's awesome. So I can have little sounds there, so that's good. That's really fun and exciting. Thank you, Abby and Mackenzie, for telling me I can hear it, or you can hear it. I know I can hear it. I'm glad you can hear it too. But yeah, it's been good. So it's like, okay, I can have intro and outro songs, and obviously, like, okay, there's all of these different little production value things that you can do with this. But in the end, it's really going to it's going to be about the hashtag content. So again, maybe Monday will continue to be music movie Monday. So if people have recommendations for things that they want me to watch and talk about, not Tiger King, I can certainly do that. Ooh, this is a good question from Tiger. And then Tuesday could be like Television Tuesday, stuff like that. But this is a wonderful question from Tiger. Okay. So provided that I'm going to say the stipulations being that I have to probably invest it in something like the stock market or something like that. I can't just put it somewhere, or I can't spend it. I have to invest it and let it sit somewhere. Okay. I have no idea what the current stock price of like Apple or anything like that is. I mean, some of those big tech companies, I feel pretty safe putting it on something like that. Just like, oh, sure. I mean, I don't expect to make, like, I'm, right now, I'm pretty cautious in terms of, well, I don't really want to put it anywhere where I might lose it. Like, I've done some stuff on Robinhood with my phone and done some, like, penny stock stuff. And there's a funny story that I can get into about that. But it's $50 that it's the same kind of way when I do it, like sports gambling, small amounts of money. Then it's like, okay, sure, I'm comfortable taking a bigger risk. But when it's okay, first of all, $10,000 is like a lot of money. It feels like so. Okay, I'm perfectly comfortable getting like a 6% return on that. That'd be fine. So probably something a little safer. So a big established tech company like Apple, maybe, something like that. Uh, you think about the food and beverage industry, like with Coke and Pepsi and stuff like that. I don't know what this is all going to do to that, so that's kind of weird. But I wouldn't hot things that you might think about investing in, like stuff like Tesla. Nah, I'm okay if that booms and I don't get any money on that. That's fine. Um, hmm, what else? In terms of, I mean, the a nice little like cliche answer could of course be like, well, can I invest it in myself? And then it's like, well, what does that look like? And maybe that's okay. The $10,000 becomes money to that's going to replace my income for however long, while I instead use that to better, like, okay, no, I instead of working and studying, it's like, no, okay, that's my income. I'm not going to work, and I'm going to use that to like be my income and then study. So maybe that's, I don't know. I mean, that'd be like, okay, the investing in myself, because I mean, college was expensive, and I think grad school is even more so. So I don't know how far $10,000 would get me for grad school investing in myself, but using that as income to it, then focus on something else would be something. That's a different. That's something I had, like, again, starting at the beginning of this question. It's like, oh no, it's stocks or something. Um, but no, that could be. Yeah, have that replace my income and then just focus on, like, okay, no, I'm not working. I'm just going to try to better, like, improve myself so I can come out of that period of time. Sorry, that period of time able to make more money. So that'd certainly be something. But I mean, probably an established tech company, because I trust that they will continue to be here for a long time. Again, when iPhones came out and stuff, people were like, okay, what? Now it's hard to see people operating without them. And I think, I mean, Apple's established enough that they're probably going to be here for a while. So I can deal with putting $10,000 into something like that. Um, Again, I don't know what kind of returns like Microsoft's getting, but again, we're all using like Microsoft products right now to do our jobs, and we're one of thousands of companies doing that. So that's probably a relatively productive investment. You're not going to see these giant climbs, but that would probably be, again, something safe. Tiger, hopefully you weren't like just sitting on $10,000 and asking me for investment advice, because again, I am not an expert on that, so please don't actually do that. But again, that's probably what I would. That's probably what I would do. Um, and I don't. And the whole, it's like, oh, invest in yourself and take time off. No, um, I don't plan on doing that anytime soon. I don't think I have the capabilities to do that. So, well, I am not going anywhere. That is not me hinting that I'm going to suddenly leave Nationwide. That's not happening. Yeah. What else in this final minute? Again, anybody wants to come on and talk, please do so. Um, Feel free to send in questions beforehand. Oh, this is right at the end, so it's going to be fun. But if people want to have little tiny shout outs at the beginning or the end, in this case, of the show, please let me know. Like, I am going to try to remember to have each show sponsored by something. Like today, the show was going to have been sponsored by Northern Sky Theater. This is a small little community, not a community theater, it's a professional theater in Door County that my family and I will go to a bunch, and it's really fun and stuff like that. They put on all original shows, usually like the material pertains to Door County in Wisconsin in some capacity. But right now they've got on their Facebook page a bunch of people doing Northern Sky at home stuff. It's unbelievably funny. There is a couple that has I think she's like 9, maybe 10. They're both actors. They both have performed for Northern Sky and are putting stuff together like almost every day for Northern Sky at home. It's hilarious. They are rewriting some of the songs that they've done in shows. It's again, it's probably more entertaining to me because I've seen them a bunch. But Northern Sky Theater, theater spelled Theater. They've got a bunch of fun stuff on Facebook. Again, if you're like anti-Facebook, totally understandable. You don't have to explore it, but it's a fun little like, oh hey, this makes me laugh. This is fun. It also makes me miss that, but that's been a nice little way to brighten some of the days, and I find it quite funny. So that is what today's show is going to be sponsored by. So if you have little sponsorships that you would like me to mention or plug or something in the show, please send them to me via Twitter or Instagram or email or IM or whatever, because I will try to remember to plug them, because we all could use some little content, hopefully, that is positive or just little words of encouragement at times. So otherwise, I think that is going to be all for today. Again, happy April Fool's Day, everybody. Hopefully nobody's played a big prank on you, but don't forget to laugh, because while laughter may not be the best actual medicine for treating COVID-19 right now, it is a great medicine just to feel a little bit better. So again, happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope the rest of your day is a good one, and I will talk to you tomorrow.